back. I'm going to talk a little bit about her little dozer. This is a 450 case. It's just a straight 450. It ain't a B or nothing like that. Just straight 450. We've had this thing for a while now. It's a good old dozer. I've talked about in some videos about this thing being down. What was wrong was this front idler here. These particular ones has a shaft axle that runs through, and this idler here runs in oil. Got a bushing and stuff in there and seals, and that little plug right there is where you're supposed to fill that up. Well, long story short, the seals and stuff had went out, and it screwed everything up. It screwed the axle up. It looked like a cam. The idler was all screwed up. These side plates, everything was screwed up. Through Case, I couldn't find it online nowhere, but through Case, they wanted, I think it was $1,800 for that roller and these side plates and the axle. So what I wound up doing, we've got another little dozer. It's a 310 case, and it's got a bushing style also, but it's got grease fittings in it. So what I wound up doing is I took all this right here to a machine shop here locally, welding machine shop, and I had him cut the center of this out, and he bored a solid rod and put back in the actual idler, made a new axle, and I had him put a grease fitting on each side of the idler. And you can't see it now. I should have took a video yesterday when I put all this back together. But anyway, to grease it now, you gotta loosen all this up, slide this over, and you can get down in there to it on each side. And I think he used real heavy stock and bored it out so that center pipe is pretty thick. It's probably at least an inch, and it's all the way through to where the other ones was just little bushings on each side. So I think this right here will last a long time, and this costed $500 versus $1,800. So I think I can just grease that every now and then. I think it'll be fine. But I brought it down here, like I said, to pack silage and stuff with, and work on the silo. Worked on some of that there earlier. But right now, what I'm going to do, I done started, is I'm going to try to grade this off better. I got it pretty close. I got it pretty close when I had the loader down here, but it's not where I want it. I just come through here a minute ago looking for the foundation, which I found there. So that's pretty much where I want this here. But what I'm going to do is I'm wanting to slope this that way for two reasons. One, for now, so the water will stay away from the building, and then two, whenever I do wind up building a shed on here, I'll still have some height on the lower side if this right here ain't 100% on grade. So I want to slope it all that way, and that way I'm still trying to keep some of my height, because the building here is about 13.6, and I think I'm going to make about a 20-foot shed right here. I'm probably going to put my post at 20 foot, and I think I'm going to put about a 4 foot over, so it's going to be about 24 foot total. So if I do a 112 pitch, which is on the level side, it's going to drop 2 feet out here. So if I'm 13.6 here, I'll be 11.6 out here. So if I can dig this down just a little bit more and slope it, I'm going to try to keep as much height as I can. But Anyway, that's enough of me babbling. I'm gonna get set up here and try to do a little grading. there's what I've got so far. I'll have to figure out a way of trying to see what my grade is, but I know it's a whole lot lower than it was, and this is a whole lot smoother than it was too. I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again. The foundation to the actual shop comes all the way down here to the bottom where the old manure pits used to be. But in this spot right here, this is where the office is, and the foundation to the office comes up and it steps up right here, and then it goes on across. So for now I'm going to leave this dirt here, and my plan is I'm going to get some of them big concrete blocks like 2x2x6 or whatever they are, and then take all this dirt out, stack them blocks up there to where it won't undermine the office. So that's the reason why that's there for now. Right here I just kind of graded that back uphill there a little bit once I got past the building here, and I've added quite a bit of dirt in this corner right here that I was wanting to do. It started feathering off somewhere about right here and went up to about right there. So I filled in quite a bit, so I've moved quite a bit of dirt for sure. But yeah, coming along little at a time. Eventually I'll get it fixed the way I want to. But this ground is so hard. This is clay, and it is so hard, and that old dozer, the blade and stuff is wore out, and it's got a lot of flop and stuff in the blade and wants to tip in all kinds of different directions. But it's looking pretty good. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.